Hello fellow tankers, this is Dauntless and welcome back to another Scout Guide episode. Again, today we'll be featuring the map Murovanka, and today we'll be showing off what you can do on the south base. Now, like I explained in the other video where we worked on the north end of this map, I personally do not like to take the center when I'm spawned on the south end, and that's because you have to drive further to spot, and it's a lot more open ground that you have to cover. This side has a building right here that you can duck behind. It's a lot easier to get away when you're a light tank spawning on the north versus overcommitting and then being in this big open area where there's nothing you can do. So what I like to do personally is I like to push up to this location here with my light vehicles. Now, I did get spotted. The Progetto is a fast vehicle and I didn't get here quick enough, but I'm just going to wait until the Progetto gets unspotted and then I'm going to push up to it. I like to drive kind of right into this tree bush scenario here, and I like to peek to see what I can see. That AMX is spotted, and I'm just going to go ahead and take a shot. I know I'm not going to get lit because there are bushes between us. I think about shooting again, and I do, and unfortunately, I am not able to connect any of my shots. A little bit of poor marksmanship on my part, but again, free damage. We have 221 damage early in the game. Unfortunately, we're not getting some spots here, but that's okay, right? We're not always going to get aggressive spots on every single map that we play. There are maps that favor good aggressive spotting in the beginning. But right now, my goal, because our team is not doing a whole lot of aggressive pushing in the beginning, I'm going to still try to get vision. And I did spot the Progetto. I don't believe I spotted the AMX 1390, but we're going to just sit right here, and I'm able to get some spotting done on the Progetto by sitting in that bush right there. Now that he's pushed away, I want to see what else is driving towards us. Any of those mobile vehicles could be pushing towards me, and I have to be careful here that I don't get lit. But I'm going to peek out here, and I'm going to see if anything else gives me a shot or a spot. Again, poor marksmanship right there on my part. I should have led that vehicle just a little bit more, but I thought I could pull it off because he was so close. Anyway, phase one, right? Phase one is over. We got our initial vision. Now we're kind of at phase two, where we're just at a stalemate right now on the eastern flank and on the western flank as well. And we're just going to fall back, and I'm going to use these bushes to spot anything that could be cresting or pushing towards us. The majority of their vehicles have not been lit yet, and so as a light tank player, I want to be really cautious because light tanks thrive in phase 1 and phase 3, but in phase 2, we're not that effective. You don't have the armor, and you just can't brawl in those choke positions. And so right now I'm just conserving my hit points, and I'm doing what I can for my team, and I'm spotting the center here because no one else is. The Octorel gets lit. That's my spot. I hope that someone shoots it. I go ahead and ping the map right there, and I'm asking our team for assistance. I'm like, okay, this guy's backing up. He's probably going to give me a shot here. And I'm going to go ahead and just take advantage of the fact that this is a paper tank. I'm backing up here while I shoot because I realize that he's going to probably try to shoot at me. And then I pull ahead and I get some shots in as well. I fired the fourth one in, probably didn't need to, but I thought maybe RNG would bless me there. And I'm going ahead and I'm driving away because I'm lit and I'm pretending that I'm relocating. I wait for the grill to go unlit and then I turn around. Now this is really important, and I'm also reloading while I do this, but you're going to always want to bluff with your light tanks. You want to second guess. You want your enemy to second guess constantly where you could potentially be at. And the fact that I kept driving away, that was great also because it protected me from getting shot by Artie, keeping mobile. Gonna see if I can finish off this grill. Nope, he is dead. And I want you to notice something here. AMX 1390 is pushing in. The M48 Patton is also focused on the T30, and the AMX is not paying any attention to me. This bat chap also saw me moving in, and I think we kind of simultaneously decided that we could take advantage of this Patton. But I'm gonna just go ahead and put one in the 1390 because I want to finish off the autoloader first, and then I put 3 into the Patton. That was a really good play. A little bit risky with that T30 there. I could have probably played a little bit safer. Hindsight, I should have driven out the other way and just driven past the Patton. But it's okay. We got out with no damage taken, and we were able to put a full clip in, which is great. Which now we're sitting at 1,800 damage. We have about 500 assist. Not the greatest, assist spotting per se, but again, you are in a light tank and you can utilize your firepower, and you have to take advantage of situations. Now we're kind of still at a stalemate here, and it's kind of awkward. We have a Centurion and a WZ tank destroyer, which is a tier 10 tank destroyer, by the way, with amazing frontal armor, camping in the lower right hand side of this map. If they would have pushed up with us, we could easily win this flank, but they're not. They're somehow camping in the corner. It looks like the WZ is finally pushing up, but the Centurion is just kind of sitting there. Yes, the Cent could get shots on things if they pushed around here, but if you look at the minimap, it's a pretty close game, and there's not a whole lot of action going on. At this point, I'm realizing, okay, I need to get some kind of vision for our team. So I push up to this location here, thinking, okay, maybe I can spot something. Nothing is lit, and I'm going to push up to this bush here. Now, this bush here, you can sit in and spot things that are in the back, but the Progetto gets spotted, and I assume that I am lit because he is so close. I thought I proxy spotted him there, but in fact, he was lit by the object. I'm going to just back up here into that tree. I know I'm going to get lit and proxied by that Progetto, but I'm trying to get vision for our arty. We have 3 artillery, and whenever you get the opportunity as a light tank, you want to be spotting things and requesting fire. I actually have it bound to my space bar to have your team assist you here. I noticed that artillery shot at the Progetto, so I decided, okay, I'm going to spot him again and hope that our artillery will continue to pummel this guy, because once this Progetto is dead, the Patton is really hurt as well, and we should be able to roll this flank. We have the firepower to. They're scared, they're hurt, and they're not being aggressive at all, meaning we have some kind of advantage here. Our WZ has pushed up, and now we're in a situation that's kind of awkward, right? I can't progress and spot like I did in yesterday's video where, you know, you're going to push along the edge and get spots for your guy. I noticed that our 1-2 line has fallen. The Leopard is exposing himself right here. That sounds really dirty. He's he's spotted, and he's giving me a shot. So I go ahead and put a shot into him. I blind fire, but I know our artillery are compromised, right? We have 3 powerful artillery back at our base, and our entire 1-2 line is gone. I decide I need to go help and get vision, regardless of whether or not I can actually slow down anything. Most tanks at this tier have 6th sense, and if they get spotted pushing the 1-2 line, they don't know where our WZ is. Most likely he hasn't been spotted yet, and they're going to be afraid of being shot at by arty and by tank destroyers. And so most of the time, just being spotted sometimes is enough to slow down an enemy push, especially if they're vulnerable. At this point, the object 907 realizes what I'm doing. He asks me to be in a platoon. I don't remember if I actually accepted or not, but I know I need to go get vision before our artillery die. So I'm going to push up here, and just like I'm doing, this house right here is an awesome spot to get lights on enemies. I get spotted by the 4005 here, I believe. Yes, I do. But I'm able to spot him back, and he's in a paper vehicle, and I know artillery is going to be able to punish that. Thankfully, shout out to this 907 here, he actually pushes, and he pushes kind of a little bit higher than I did. And I know he's going to be able to get shots into this 4005 and catch him in the crossfire. I put 1 shot in, but definitely not going to risk getting 1-shotted by this guy, because RNG can really curse you sometimes. This guy's coming around. I know if he does, I can easily finish him off. But the reason I like this house is because you can drive right into this bush here, just like I did to spot that 4005 when I fired at him, and you can spot down this corridor here, which is awesome. I spotted that guy. I know I'm lit, but I want to be a little bit more aggressive just because I don't know what our 9-0 line is, and I'm realizing, okay, that guy is really, really hurt. This 907 is just gung-ho about pushing in. I need to be effective as a light tank, and I need to push forward, and I need to try to tilt this game in our favor. And so this bush right here that I'm going to show you is awesome. If you can get into this position, you can spot all the way across as the heavy tanks push. The AMX is giving me his side. He has very, very weak side armor, and I'm going to go ahead and put a shot into this WZ. I back up just because I don't know if I got lit for shooting at that AMX. Somehow I did not. Or maybe I did. I actually wasn't paying attention. But I'm going to back up just in case. And I know that I don't really have a chance of penetrating that guy from the front. And it doesn't matter because artillery was able to finish it off. Now the game is in our favor. We have cleared the 1-2 line. And now we have map control. These guys are still camping in the woods. When they noticed that this was happening, they should have tried to at least do something. And they didn't. We're able to spot artillery here. And I'm going to put 1 shot into him. Really unfortunate that we crit him. I think we just hit him in the gun. But now he's tracked. And I should not have rushed that shot because this thing has a lot of HP. Really low roll there. Second roll is also low. 240 average, guys. But he's stuck in the open. Already finishes him off. And I know that this other M53 is going to get killed by our 907. So we are doing really well. They only have 3 vehicles left and then also 1 artillery. So now I want to push up and I want to see if I can get vision on their last artillery as well as maybe push in to get flanks. Now this bush right here is really, really good to take. I actually overcommitted just a little bit. If you sit here and they try to push back realizing that the artillery is dead, you can just easily back up and double bush like this. So I'm going to put some shots into this standard B, and we have to be careful just because this game is somewhat close, and if we push them here super aggressively and the 907 and I die, we can't really trust that the guys that have been really stalemating the whole time are going to be able to win. So now it's kind of up to me. just because our 907 did get killed by that artillery. I didn't realize he was hiding there. And now the standard bee is coming right at me. He got shot at me, and he's been stung by the bee, and I have to use this bush and drive straight away from him to get this game on my terms, right? I want to fight him on my terms because I'm exposed in the open like that. He's going to be able to out DPM me because once my clip is finished, I won't have anywhere to run and hide. So I'm going to go ahead and fall back. Artillery are reloading. I'm going to give them a chance to fully reload, and I'm going to fall back, and I'm going to just sit right in this bush, and I'm going to just wait until he commits. Now, I drive all the way into the bush because there is a chance that he could get around me here on the mini-map if he swings wide, and if he is sneaky, he could just show up behind me just like that. And I decide it's time to commit. I'm going to put 2 into him, and I'm going to drive forward, and I'm going to get another shot into him here. And then I realized, you know what, I'm full life. This guy can't clip me, and he just missed a shot. So I'm going to just drive down, and I'm going to let him shoot at me. At this point, I'm just baiting him. I know he doesn't have the DPM to finish me off at this point. I'm going to reload quickly before he can get 2 more shells in, and I'm just going to drive around. I'm making him sit still, kind of questioning what to do because I'm hoping artillery will punish him, but at this point I'm reloaded, and I'm going to just go ahead and finish him off. He misses his shot, he chokes, he knows he was doomed. I have 3 shells left in this magazine. I'm pretty confident I can finish off artillery. It looks like our guys in the 9-0 line were able to clean up well. Artillery blind fires and misses, and now this game is in the bag. We have 4,500 damage with 600 assist. I would say that's a pretty darn good carry. Now I know this this replay is, you know, it's named Scout Guide, right? Technically, I'm in a scout. It looks like our guys were able to finish off the 2-1-2A. Really good counter already there, actually. Yeah, but regardless, we only had 600 assistance that game, which is pretty subpar, but we were able to get 4,500 damage. And we actually did get some hidden damage, which I'll show you in the post-game stats on that 4005. But ultimately, I was showing you, you know, early aggressive spotting locations, and then when to fall back, when to push, and then I showed you some pretty good bush locations too, I think. So anyway, guys, hopefully you found this replay useful. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a big old thumbs up down below. Let me know if there are certain maps that you guys are struggling with that you would like to see, and I can definitely prioritize that for you. Yeah, and overall, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to see more content like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell icon down below. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode.